name is Gabe Zolna. You know, it's really interesting. Well, a lot of things are interesting. But you know all this talk about Hillary and the sacrifice that she's made for this country? You know, like she ended up getting a blood clot because she traveled like, you know, 1,000,000 miles flying all over the world pretty much. Most of her efforts were like in the Middle East, you know. And as you know, the whole Middle East is on fire. So I don't know what she did that she deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. But hey, what do I know? What's interesting, though, is that, you know, they contribute her 2 blood clots, I guess, or her second one that she got in the head, to her travel in airplanes. Now, I myself have flown almost 1,000,000 miles in American Airlines, and I have flown all the other airlines as well. You know, Japan Airlines, Korean Airlines, Singapore Airlines. Oh, I like Singapore the best, by the way. I used to go to the Orient quite often, so like a one-way shot was, you know, a lot of miles. But I think it's like 8,000 miles one way. But anyway, it's interesting to see how I never developed a blood clot. And even what's more important is that I don't know of any pilot that develops blood clots. I don't think that's like an occupational hazard, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of it has to do with the draw. The luck of the draw. I mean, if you just look at Hillary, she obviously is chowing down too much, you know what I mean? And she's not looking after herself physically because she's probably carrying another, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 pounds of beef around all the time. So all of that can't be doing a whole lot of good, you know, altogether and overall. So I think that they need to really get off this kick about her sacrifices for this country. If anything, she's helped to destroy this country, as has her hubby Bill when he was like president. He didn't do a whole lot of good either. Bill was very fortunate because he rode the dot-com crest, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything that he did. He was just at the right place at the right time. You've heard that expression before. Well, yeah, he was at the right place too in the Oval Office, you know what I mean? And he had a great assistant there. But anyway, we need to forget about that because obviously Congress forgot about that. They let him off the hook. He lied under oath. But that's okay. He's the press. He can do that shit, you know? I mean, it's not a big deal. Anyway, I really think that Hillary needs to go, as a lot of other people like Senator McCain, they need to retire. You know, they had their time in the sun. Hillary had it more than most. Well, that's not really true because McCain's been hanging out there for 26 years. But anyway, they've both had a lot of time in the sun and in the public eye, and they need to sort of kick back. And, you know, in McCain's case, he needs to go down to Sedona, go fishing in Oak Creek, and just have a good time. And Hillary, well, she needs to back off too, because if flying's an issue for her, you know, how can she be like president? Well, the good news is she'd probably not use Air Force One a lot, so we'll save a couple of $1 billion every year because Obama's burning the wings off that plane. I wonder how many engines they've had to change out on Air Force One. I got to look into that. Yeah, I got to look into that. I'm sure there's a lot. Anyway, I just think that, you know, we need to have these people sort of go do other things. You know what I mean? Hillary cannot run for president. That's a complete joke. She's not physically fit, nor, though I hate to say this, is she mentally fit. Nor was she ever mentally fit. Nor is Obama mentally fit. And if Obama wouldn't stop smoking, he'd blow up. You know what I mean? He's sitting there telling us what to do. Michelle's telling us what to eat. And, you know, I don't know if you saw the inauguration lunch. I mean, she was power chowing, you know what I mean? Oh, she was really going at it. And that was like a 3,000 calorie meal. That's if you didn't have alcohol and if you didn't, you know, have seconds. And I got to believe, with lobster and cream sauce and apple pie and ice cream and, oh yeah, she had seconds. But anyway, just look at her, you can tell she had seconds. I don't like knocking these people. I just wish that they go find something else to do because they're destroying this country. And we're allowing them to do it. Yeah, our Congress is doing nothing. Nada. Nothing. And you know what? They take our eye off the ball. It's always something else comes up. And what came up, which I thought was really interesting, and nobody on the media is talking about it. Yeah. I mean, when you think that 3 major organizations, ABC, CBS, and NBC, They all said the same thing. The Bushmaster was in the trunk of his mommy's car. It was never used. Huh? It was never used in that shooting. In Newtown. It was never used. But is that going to hit the media? No, because they got this narrative going now that they want to execute on, you know. Anyway, the whole thing's insane.